Back in Scotland, looking over my Torino Nice Rally Ride, it occurred to me there are a few small but significant things easily overlooked that made my ride much more pleasurable and successful. For this video, I've picked out the top 5 big little things that made a real difference. Training Peaks is not new, but I used it in a way new to me. If you don't know Training Peaks, it's a bit like Strava, but without the social interaction. There are both free and premium versions. I felt it would be the day after day efforts which would be particularly hard, so in training I initially prioritized frequency over distance or duration. Based on heart rate, Training Peaks produces a training stress score, TSS, for each workout, whether it's a walk, a swim, a cycle, weights, anything really. It's different to Strava's training load. I prefer TSS. Now, I kept a close eye on this in the months leading up to the big ride and saw it gradually increase, dropping back a little every 4 weeks to allow for recovery and adaptation. It's the first time I've actively used TSS like this, and I feel it got me to a position where I improved on the ride rather than deteriorated. That said, the first week on the TNR was very hard. This was my TSS number on a hard training week, whereas this was the first week on the Torino Nice, almost 4 times what I did in training. Bottle cages seem an odd choice, so stay with me. Most riders I saw had a frame pack of sorts attached to their top tube, superbly placed because they're relatively aerodynamic, but big ones get in the way of large water bottles. Some folk used hydration packs on their backs instead. With regular bottle cages, bottles have to come up to come out, and unless you have a really large frame, they can't if the pack is in the way. This one's empty, so it's not a great example. With these cages though, the bottle pops out sideways. These can be mounted left or right-handed, and what's more, they have a slotted attachment point, so you can place them lower on the frame than a regular bottle cage. It is a bit snug around the top, and this wouldn't suit or be needed on every frame shape or size, but it worked well for me, and it might be worth trying if you want 2 big bottles and a frame pack. Magnetic bottle mounts might have worked, but I've not used them before, and I didn't know how well they would hang on those really rough roads. One part of the body took a real hammering.
Last night I realised I had a sore backside, and this morning I found it's got open skin. And the saddle on that rough stuff has dropped, oh well, over 1 centimetre. So that would have explained why I've got this sore. I'm really going to have to keep an eye on that.
Now, because I'd mentioned this in a video I'd done from the trail, I got a message on Instagram suggesting I try to get hold of some of this skin repair cream. In his video on his website, the winner of the Tour Divide down the Rockies put this cream on his backside every night. It's not a miracle cream, but it is good. It certainly helped me recover when I managed to find some in a pharmacy. I think it was in France. It's not for during the day when I used a chamois cream, but at one point I was using 3 different creams, which got a bit crazy. I will try to take a smaller tube of this though on future long rides. Socks, do they really matter? I am guilty of buying cheap socks until now, like these Planet X one. They've been fine. But then I was given a few pairs of darn tough. I used them in training and was impressed, so I took 2 pairs on the TNR and literally lived in them. A light pair for during the day and a heavier pair for evening and to sleep in. Now, I'm sure there are lots of good sock makers out there, but I found these good for a huge range of conditions. I had trouble deciding what number 5 should be. Folding prescription glasses for the evening, the double-sided tape to put under my top tube bags to stop them rolling to one side. Finally, I decided on this. You might notice I wear a Wicking base layer on just about all my rides. Thin ones when hot, as on the TNR. The make doesn't matter, but they should do several things. They keep me cooler, which is odd. They stop the outer jersey smelling of sweat, so it doesn't need washing quite so much. These are also very fast to wash and dry. Do the wring out in a towel thing, and they come out pretty much dry. But best of all, once you take them off at the end of the day, that sticky, clammy feeling tends to go away with them. There was no water to shower at the Gardetta hut. They were short of water, and certainly no shower opportunities when I was wild camping. And it can be a bit, to go to bed, sticky. Getting out of that base layer and padded shorts and into a warm, soft merino layer top and bottom made camping and any evening without a shower feel an awful lot more comfortable. None of these are major bikepacking pieces of kit, but individually they played a vital role in me enjoying the Torino Nice Rally, and I'll use them on all future rides. Subscribe, thumbs up please if it's been useful. Please check out the next one of these videos, and I will see you again next time. Goodbye.